So I don't know, the cops probably were like, obviously you had too much to drink, like we're taking you to the hospital. Hi guys, I'm back with another video, and this video is gonna get real interesting. So as you guys may know, I just graduated from college, so I thought why not share my craziest college stories. So I have two stories in mind that I know that you guys are gonna want to hear. As a reminder, I laugh at it now, but at the time it wasn't that fun. She's about to get crazy, so buckle down. Since it is college, I thought it would be fitting to, you know, drink. So let's pour a glass for freshman year Michelle. Okay, we're gonna stop there. And you know, I would bring out the tequila and bring out the shot glasses, but I just can't be doing that anymore. At least not for like a casual day like today. Night? Casual night. I promise I'm not drunk already. Alright, we got our tea, so let's start with the story. I first want to give you guys a little background because I think this is very important to the story. In high school, little Michelle did not drink whatsoever. She did not drink, she did not smoke, she did not do anything. She was basically a goody two-shoes. But then she got to college. And the school that I go to is known as a party school. I don't know if I'm like feel comfortable saying the school in this video, although if you go in my past video I did mention what school I go to, but whatever. But when I arrived here, I already knew that it was a party school. I was just like, every college is a party school, right? Yes. But I remember my dad telling me like, okay, people are telling me your school is a party school, so you better be careful. I was like,
Dad, they're just... Every college is a party school. Don't even worry.
So I get to college. Everybody wants to party every single day. You guys know the very first week is called Silly Week. So people don't care because class is just going over the syllabus. So people can afford to just, you know, get really effed up and go to class the next day. The first 2 months of college, I did not drink whatsoever, not even a sip. I have no idea why, I just didn't want to, and I was just like, no, I'm sorry.
I'm too good for that.
I remember going to parties with my roommate, my freshman year roommate, and I remember we'd be at this party, right? And then she'll be drinking a cup of jungle juice, and if you know, you know, okay? And then now she's like on to her second cup of jungle juice, and I'll be like going up to her and I'll tell her,
Susan.
let's just call her Susan.
Susan, you already had a cup. Like, that's too much for the night. You're done. You're done.
And if it doesn't get any worse, I would go up to whatever guy was trying to talk to my roommate, because obviously I was a sober one. Nobody wanted to talk to me. I was just there. I'm pretty sure I didn't even dance. Why was I at a party? I don't understand. Oh, by the way, I did not mention, these are frat parties that I went to. I remember these guys would be like, I'm getting her another drink. These guys would go to the bar, and I say bar because we're at a house in the living room and there's just people pouring shots or jungle juice, so it's not really a bar. So this guy's pouring my friend another drink, or she's getting another drink from like the bartender. I'm like, hey,
Is that for Susan? Because she's already done for the night. She already had 2 cups. Like, that's it. That was the limit. We promise.
2 very boring minutes later.
okay, let's cut to Wild Michelle when she finally had her first sip of alcohol. Okay, I really wish I could remember when I did, but I don't. I just remember nothing. Okay, so let's start with my very first crazy story that may or may have not led me to go to the hospital. Yes, hospital. So you know, my friends and I are getting ready to go to this frat party, and if you guys don't know, in college, if you're a boy, unfortunately, like, they're not gonna let you into the parties. That's just how it goes. And some of our friends from a different floor were like hanging out with us. I think they were pre-gaming with us. I don't really remember, but they were just with us. I don't know why, because we were definitely going out. But anyways, there was 2 boys with us, and you know, we're like having a good time. We're like pre-gaming, and then we leave the dorm room, and you know, we're walking towards the party, and in my head I'm like, they can't get in, why are they going with us? But at the same time, we were like, you know what, YOLO, maybe the guys are gonna be nice enough. And if you guys don't know, like especially at the beginning of the school year, guys can party more only if they say that they're gonna be rushing that frat. So I think that was our plan. I wouldn't be able to say because I was probably too drunk already, but I think that's what we were going for. So whatever, we get to this party, and as soon as we go, the guy's like, sorry, these 2 can't go in, as in the 2 boys. Me being just not a good friend, I was like, oh,
I guess I'll see you guys when I come back. Bye.
but then I see my 2 friends going with the guys and being like, we're going with them. Me and my other friend were like,
we want to party, so we're staying. But we'll see you guys later.
so that was when I knew that I made the worst mistake of my life. I should have really gone with them, but that's just not how the story goes. I enter this frat house. As soon as my friend and I get there, we start taking frat shots. And if you don't know what frat shots are dangerous because they honestly don't taste like anything. They're honestly like so watered down, but they creep up on you, and then they hit you, and then you're not there. So anyways, I remember just dancing, taking more shots, dancing, more shots, dancing, more shots. My friend and I were like, but obviously we had hit our limit, right? So I remember at one point just not being okay. At one point, I don't know how long it had been. It was probably like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, who knows? I really couldn't tell. Like, I don't know if I had been there for an hour or 2 hours. Honestly, it was probably like 30 minutes. I remember not feeling okay, and one of the guys came up to me and he's like, hey, you're not looking okay. I think I'm gonna help you get home. And I was just like,
No, I want to dance.
and this guy's like, no, we're taking you home. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll go home. So we're walking home. This guy's like, so what dorm do you live in? Like, let's walk home. So we're walking home, and surprisingly, I remember this walk, kind of ish. And I remember being like, hey, what happened to my friend? My friend's at that party. He's like, she's fine, she'll meet you later. But I was just like so drunk that I really didn't understand what was going on. So we're walking to my dorm room, and as we approach the dorm room, if you guys don't know, you need your student ID to get in. So you need to swipe it in order to get in. So he kind of stopped before having to swipe his ID. He was like, okay, like, bye. I was like, okay, bye, thank you for taking me home. Right after that, you know, the story should be, I swiped my ID, I went in, I went up the elevator, and then went to bed. But that's just not how it ends. I remember saying bye, and then everything turned black. I don't know what happened after that. The next thing I remember is throwing up in a trash can right outside, but all of a sudden I was with another friend and they were helping me out. I remember just like walking, not being okay, just throwing up. Finally was able to get into my dorm room, and when I get in, I was just like not responsive at all. I did not want to do anything. So what do? I just lay on the floor right in front of the elevator, and I just pass out there. Hold up, I'm gonna need more for this part. So I'm passed out. My friends are like, hey Michelle, get up, like you should really get up. An RA, and if you don't know what an RA is, it's basically a student who's in charge of the entire floor, and they get to say, they get to tell on you basically if you're not doing what's right. So they're like, an RA is gonna see you and they're gonna be upset and they're gonna tell on you, so you better get up so you don't get in trouble. I proceed to lay on the ground, and I'm just like, nope, I'm not getting up from here. I'm not. And my friends at the time, I just think this part is hilarious, but at the time, all we would do is go to parties and then go home and eat a cup of noodles. That was just like a routine. My friends being my friends, they were like, Michelle, we have a cup of noodle upstairs, like come on, like let's go. And I was just like, no. Or actually I was just like laying on the floor. I wasn't saying anything. But then one of my friends kneels down and she's like, hey Michelle, the cops are coming. As soon as I hear the cops are coming, my ass is running. So the elevators are over here. Here are the stairs. I literally book it to the stairs. I start running up the stairs. Of course, I get tired and I just pass out again, I think at the second flight of stairs. And I also run into another RA. Surprisingly, I remember all this. I don't understand how, but another RA was there and he helps me out to go up to my floor because I lived in the 5th floor. So I still had a couple floors more to get to my room. And he finally gets me there, and then he's trying to get me inside my dorm room, but I don't have my keys. I lost my keys. I just go to my friend's room because she's the homie. So I go to her room and I just pass out on the floor of her room. And I just go to bed because I'm like, alright, I'm safe. Although I could have done that 20 minutes ago, but I didn't want to. So then my friends proceed to come upstairs, and also the cops were on their way to my room, or I should say my friend's room. So we're in the room. This part is also narrated by my friends because I have no recollection of any of this, so I'm just telling it as my friends told me what happened. Also, my friends were they were not drunk, but they were also not sober. So if you can put those 2 and 2 together, yeah, I'm just gonna say that. So then the cops go inside and they see me on the floor, and then they say, hey Michelle, have you had anything to drink tonight? I literally raise my hand from the dead and I go,
No.
I don't even say anything. I don't say a word. I just raise my hand and go, what? So I don't know, the cops probably were like, obviously you had too much to drink, like we're taking you to the hospital. So they put me, I don't know how they got me downstairs. This part is like really blurry, but I remember just being downstairs, being on the stretcher, and them wheeling me to the ambulance. Yes, wheeling me to the ambulance. At this point, I come back to life again, and I'm just like, whoa, 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 no, get me out of here. I need to go home. Where are my roommates? Like, I was totally fine. I was with my roommates. And they were just like, you're gonna see them tomorrow. You're okay. And I was just freaking out. I was like, I don't know what's happening. This is scary. And then I think I woke up in the hospital and I was like, oh no. Then I go home and then I post, you know, as any normal person would do, I post a picture of me with my cool little wristband that you get at the hospital. And I'm just like, I spent the day at the hospital yesterday, like look at me, I'm so cool. And then I didn't realize I had my sister on Snapchat, or probably I did, but I just didn't think that she would do anything with that information. You know, I just posted, and then 5 minutes later I get a phone call from my father and he's like, what happened to you? Are you okay? Like, what happened last night? Please get ready for this. In which I say,
Oh, Dad, so, you know, I was at this party, or, it wasn't really a party, it was just a bunch of us, and, you know, they had juice, and they had, like, 2 type of juices, but, like, one had alcohol and the other one didn't, and, like, I had no idea.
till this day, I don't know why my dad didn't call me on my bullshit. I really don't know why he didn't. But I think my dad was just like, oh, okay, I'm sorry that happened. I hope that doesn't happen again. Like, you need to be careful. What? Okay, so now I'm going to tell you my second story. It's a lot shorter and a little bit less crazy than the first one, but this one might involve me getting arrested. So, you know, same old, I'm on my dorm room, I'm taking hella shots because I think I can hold alcohol, and for some reason I think I do not have a low tolerance. Like, I'm like, I got this. I'm basically a frat bro. Like, I got this. So I would literally take like maybe 4 shots as a pregame, and then get to the party and take maybe 4 more shots as another pregame, and then, you know, there was no pregame after that because then I die. But okay, this one I remember it was really fun. I remember the theme of the party was, oh, because if you don't know, a lot of frat parties have themes. That's what made it so much much fun, you know, aside from the alcohol, but like you got to dress up. And I remember this one was goth theme. I know, very random, but I remember I had this cute like white skater shirt, and then I wore like a white crop top, and I think to make it like preppy or something, I wore like a cardigan around my neck. I remember my friends and I, like pre-game, we're walking to this party. We get there, we're like taking more shots, and it's like all fun and dandy. Okay, at this point we see our friends, we're having a good time, we're like yes, 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 yes. And then I just remember, or I don't really remember, because at this point, once again, it's my friend narrating the story because I don't have any memory of it. But I remember, or my friend remembers, we were walking home. I think like, I don't know if she already wanted to go home, or I don't know if she wanted me to take me home. Probably wanted me to take me home considering the first story, but I don't know. So my friend tells me we were walking home, and you know, I was just, obviously I was intoxicated, but she was like, you were walking, which was huge. So then she tells me we were just walking, and if you guys don't know, like the parties were on campus-ish. Yeah, we had to walk through campus to get to our dorm. Well, obviously we live on campus. Oh my god, what am I saying? But yeah, we had to walk on campus to go back to our dorm room, and in the middle of campus, kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but there's like a police station. Not really, like cops just hang out there a lot, so let's just say that. But so we're approaching that area, and my friend tells me that she sees 2 cops. So she's like, Michelle, come on, let's go. And for some reason I decide that that very moment is the moment that was perfect for me just to lie down. Or I think I sat on a bench first, and then I decided to lie down on it, something like that. But the cops approach us and they're like, hey, is she okay? And obviously my friend, being a good friend, she's like, yeah, she's okay, we're just getting home, we are 3 minutes away, which was not a lie. We were pretty much there. So then the cops are like, we understand you guys are college kids, but it's policy of us to call an ambulance if we see somebody very, very intoxicated. So I'm sorry, we're just gonna call the ambulance. And my friend's like, no, you cannot call the ambulance, she's okay, we're getting home. So then the cops, being awesome cops, I don't know, you may think differently, but the cops were like, okay, if she can walk home, we'll let you guys go. It was as simple as that. I could have been free, nothing could have happened if I just walked for 3 more minutes. But I don't, and you guys already knew that. So they called the ambulance. Sorry, my camera died, just in case the angle changed. But anyways, I don't remember when I got inside the ambulance, but I just remember waking up again in the hospital, and there was somebody next to me for some reason. I don't know, somebody else, and like their grandma or something. I remember waking up and being like, oh my god, again? I had the audacity. But yeah, and I remember talking to the grandma and being like, oh my god, like, wow, I can't believe this happened again. And she was just like, oh, like, honestly, I wish I could remember what she told me. But yeah, I don't know what the lady said, but that was the end of my story, and that's when I almost got arrested and I ended up in the hospital twice. So I hope you guys enjoy my video. Comment down below what's the craziest college story experience you have, or just drunk in general. And also, I just want to say, this is not okay. Like, everything that I did in college is not okay. So if you're watching this and you haven't been to college, or if you're going to college, please be careful. Like, really bad, scary stuff could happen, and I'm so blessed that nothing did, because I was just oblivious to it. Or not oblivious, but I just wasn't careful enough. So don't think that you're gonna be okay if you do this. I got very lucky. Well guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you are alerted when I post a new video and you don't miss out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.